The world remembers thousands of kings, but most were forgotten. They ruled through fear. They conquered through cruelty. They built empires on blood and left nothing but ruins behind. Cyrus the Great was different. He didn't just rule. He created a vision, an empire that united nations through respect, not fear. A leader of warriors who understood that mercy is not weakness, that discipline and compassion can walk side by side. He was born around 600 BC in the land of Anshan, what we now call Persia. A prince raised in a world of chaos, surrounded by empires that believed in domination. Yet from the beginning, Cyrus saw something others didn't. People don't follow out of fear forever. They follow those who give them purpose. When Cyrus rose against the Median Empire, he didn't destroy his enemies. He integrated them. He built something larger, a single realm united under law, order, and dignity. When he marched into Babylon, the greatest city on earth, he didn't burn it to the ground. He walked in peacefully. He freed the slaves. He restored temples. He told every nation to worship its own gods freely. That act alone changed history. It wasn't conquest. It was leadership. It was civilization. From that moment on, Cyrus was more than a ruler. He became a symbol of what leadership could be, a balance between strength and humanity. This is the first lesson. Power built on respect endures longer than power built on fear. Fear collapses the moment the leader disappears. Respect lives for generations. Cyrus built roads that connected cities. He established the first postal system. He created an empire of cooperation, not suppression. He understood that people want to belong to something greater than themselves, not to be crushed by it. When the world expected arrogance, Cyrus chose humility. When his soldiers expected destruction, he gave them justice. When other kings demanded worship, he showed humanity. He proved that greatness is not loud, it's disciplined, it's rooted in calm control. This is the second lesson. True authority begins with self-mastery. If you cannot rule yourself, you cannot rule others. Cyrus led men who would die for him, not because they feared punishment, but because they believed in his vision. He ruled through example. He worked harder, thought deeper, fought smarter. He was a king who walked among his soldiers. He knew their pain, their hunger, their loyalty. And that's the third lesson. A leader who understands his people becomes undefeatable. Every man wants power, but few deserve it. Cyrus earned it because he understood that leadership is not about control, it's about responsibility. The Cyrus cylinder, discovered centuries later, became the world's first declaration of human rights. It stated that all people, no matter their nation or faith, deserved freedom. That law and justice must protect the weak, not only serve the strong. 2,500 years later, his ideas still shape how nations govern. The U.S. Constitution and modern declarations of rights echo his beliefs. Even his enemies respected him. Even those he conquered spoke of him with admiration. This is the fourth lesson. Build something that will outlive you. Every empire falls. Every throne turns to dust. But values last forever. When Cyrus died, his tomb in Pasargadae was simple. No gold, no grand palace. Just these words carved in stone. Oh man, whoever you are, I am Cyrus, who founded the Persian Empire. Do not envy me, but respect me. He didn't need to be worshipped. He needed to be remembered as a man who changed how rulers thought. In today's world of ego and corruption, Cyrus stands as a mirror. A reminder that real kings don't chase applause. They build systems that make their people stronger. They lead with reason, not emotion. They rise above comfort and demand greatness from themselves first. Whether you lead a business, a team, or your own mind, learn from Cyrus the Great. Build with justice, lead with vision, rule your emotions before ruling others. Because the empire you build within yourself determines the empire you build outside yourself. Cyrus didn't just command armies, he commanded principles. He ruled not to dominate, but to elevate. And that is why, after 2,500 years, his name still stands, not as a conqueror, but as a founder of civilization. So remember this: a true king doesn't shout his power. He proves it through wisdom, restraint, and legacy. The world doesn't need more rulers. It needs more men like Cyrus. Men who lead by truth, not fear. Men who build something eternal. That is the way of the great king. That is the way of Cyrus.